I simply wanted to stand and give you the two reasons why I will be unable to support this budget. One of them is focused on education, which I spoke to yesterday, but I have something from the latest Authority on Information, Wikipedia, that says that public education is often organized and operated to be a deliberate model of the civil community in which it functions. I interpret that to mean that public education is organized to reflect the values of its community, and a willingness by this body to allow the complete decimation of the Indianapolis public school system. And make no doubt about it, if IPS loses the predicted or projected $41 million or $41 million plus dollars, it will begin the death spiral of the Indianapolis public school system. A willingness to completely decimate IPS does not reflect my values. As a matter of fact, it makes me angry. And at the very least, it should concern each and every one of you. Because what happens to the children that are left in the Indianapolis public school systems? Where do they go? How do they get educated? And what happens to their future and ours as a result? So for that reason, I will not support this budget. And Senator Kinley, I implore you, maybe not as well as Senator Mervan did on behalf of the Little Calumet, but hopefully with the same outcome, I implore you to seriously look at the considerations given by Senator Broden and do all that you can to try to reduce that deficit on behalf of the Indianapolis public school systems. The second reason is an amendment that I offered that was listed yesterday, but that I did not offer simply because I had this overwhelming suspicion that it might fall under the weight of a 33-17 vote. But it has to do with the CIB and the appointments of the board of the CIB. And the governor is asserting himself once again in the operations of the local entities, in this instance, the operation of the CIB board. And this, to me, again, is another attempt by this governor to surreptitiously expand the reach of his executive office into areas that do not concern him. Senator Kinley, I appreciate your explanation to me yesterday that the rationale for the governor's appointment is because he's concerned about the CIB operations, things that happened in the past. But with all due respect, it wasn't until the governor inserted himself in this most recent discussion that we are now have the CIB listed as a going concern, and we are here today looking at whether or not it's going to be able to survive without assistance from this General Assembly. So I'm not sure that the governor and his input is going to be is going to have the kind of role that he expects it to, and for that reason also, I will not be able to support this budget.